Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. This is chapter 748 of Magic Emperor. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Yours are normal and you think you can pretend to be of my clan? After the scan was over, Sovereign Yun snorted, "Common fools, die for trespassing in the Yun clan's forbidden grounds." The pitch-black world began to burn as stars started falling on the two. Thousands of citywide bright lights were coming down on them at full force. With so many coming to plaster them, there was no way two puny profound heaven experts could take it, not when even ethereal stage experts would have a hard time. The two panicked in fear. Second Prince gnashed his teeth and his eyes flashed. He took out Yun Xuanji's eye and said, "We've come out of Clan Head's final wish. This is our proof." Whoosh! The stars halted and soon vanished. He Ying closed his eyes and shivered. Second Prince's hands shook as well, waiting to be erased from this world. However, death did not come. He watched as a pair of eyes stared down at the orb in his hand. "It's the mystic eye of my Yun clan, but since it's just proof, I can only agree to one request." One request? Wonderful. Startled, the two were jubilant. They turned it all around. Sovereign Yun switched from being their greatest enemy to their strongest backer. That was just too sudden. Didn't he doubt where this eye came from? So the second prince bowed and whined, "Ancestor, my empire has been taken by an evil spawn. I hope Ancestor will set things right." "Help you restore the nation?" Sovereign Yun quirked an eyebrow. Second prince bobbed his head and the sovereign shook his. "Denied." "Why? Didn't you say you'll agree to one request? With your power, this will be as easy as breathing." Second prince complained. Sovereign Yun said, "I told you I am Sovereign Yun's remnant left by her to protect our clan and show it the path forward. I cannot leave, thus I cannot help you." "What can you do then?" Second Prince was annoyed and shouted. He Ying jerked and hurriedly pulled his hand. "Master, don't get carried away. He can't leave, but we're here stuck with him. He's the boss and you better not anger him." "It'll be so easy to kill us, like squashing bugs." Second Prince finally came to his senses and cupped his hands. "Forgive me, Ancestor. I got carried away. I just want to know how you could help us." "Read the heavens and show you the way. Ask your questions and I shall answer all I can." Sovereign Yun's heavy words fell. Hai Ying's eyes lit up and he held his hand out, pointing with a trembling finger at the second prince's ring. Catching his drift, the second prince showed a painting, "The Lands of Our Nation." Second prince shouted, "Ancestor, please tell me where the best in Western lands, Dangqing Shen, is. Can I find him?" Sovereign Yun's eyes shifted and became like the starry sky. The stars around him were on the move as well, releasing their aura and making the two home invaders step back in fright. "Dangqing Shen is in the central area. You will find him in the imperial capital of the Sword Star Empire. He will fulfill your wish." The stars halted and silence once again reigned after Sovereign Yun spoke gravely. But there was now doubt in his eyes, something the two below were blind to. Second Prince cheered. "Ancestor, is it true?" "Don't call me Ancestor. I have read the heavens and know you're not Yun clansmen. I also know everything that your clan did. But I am but Sovereign Yun's remnant and have to follow the rules. Since you brought the Yun clan's mystic eye, I have shown you the way." Sovereign Yun's flat tone came. "Now you better leave." Eyeing them with a flat look, Sovereign Yun flicked his wrist. A gale formed and the two were blown away and were now kissing the ground in the most unpleasant way. When they finally woke up, they were shocked. Before them was a lofty mountain with a peak hiding behind the clouds and snow high on its sides. He Ying cried, "Your Highness, how did we get here? How are we at the foot of the mountain? We've been climbing for 3 whole years." Second Prince sighed. 3 years of toil as we worked our way through dangers and lost trails. Thousands died, thousands left, leaving only us to carry on. I can't believe that Sovereign Yun would take us back down with a flick of his wrist. He's beyond monstrous. He Ying nodded, never imagining one of the 4 pillars had such a freakish backer. If this freak could move, the world would be his oyster. Sparing one last long look at the snowy peak, Hai Ying sighed. So many years, so many deaths, all but for a few words from an old man. This result, that's more than enough. We now have a way to get revenge. Second Prince shouted as he strutted towards the central area. As the Yun clan's ancestor, his prediction must be right. We finally found Dongqing Shen and a way to regain our nation. Zhuo Yifan, Luo clan, and the Old Third, you will all pay for stealing our land. Ha ha. Second Prince could practically see the glory of victory and taste it. He Ying stared at him and followed in silence. Never mind. If revenge is all that's driving him, let him have it. Maybe when he sits on the throne, it won't be too late to tell him. Maybe he'll thank the Crown Prince then for this revenge. That was how these two loners walked forward to restore their nation. Unaware as they left that sovereign Yun was still hovering in that black space, the doubt in his eyes only increasing. That's odd. His goal is to get revenge on the Luo clan, Zhuo Yifan and his third brother. But the Luo clan and his brother's destiny are clear. Only Zhuo Yifan's fate is unreadable. Can it be that he lives outside fate? That will make him a huge variable. Sovereign Yun sighed and vanished, letting the darkness consume everything in this domain. 2 months later, Zhuo Yifan's team was back before their sect at long last. Shi Weiwei and the elders were waiting for ages. Ha 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 ha, Weiwei, what a grand welcome I see. Fiend Yang laughed as if basking in their adoration. Yet Shi Weiwei glared back instead. He flashed in his face and stomped. Bam! The resounding boom sent Fiend Yang flying like a cannonball. The disciples, ready to celebrate with their elders, stood stock still. Did we do something wrong? Why is the sect leader so pissed? Giving them a glare, he was filled with bloodthirst watching the cliff tumble down. Fiend Yang came out of the rubble, barking, "For God's sake! Are you a sect leader or a lunatic? We've risked our lives in the Double Dragon manor for the sect's glory, and this, how you repay me? What did I ever do to you? You got the nerve to ask?" Shiwei snorted. 2 months ago, you sent me a sending jade, telling me that you'll be back in 2 months, not giving me any details as to what happened. You got some nerve, making me unable to sit still all this time. You damn fatso deserve more than just a light kick. The others chuckled. Fiend Yang grinned. Oh, did I forget to mention it? Bullshit. How can you forget something so big? Even if you forget to write your will, you can never forget this. Shiwei snorted. Talk. Did we lose so much that we got last place in the lower 3 sects? Is that why you didn't say anything? The disciples snickered. Fiend Yang was also grinning, though he was still mincing words. What do you think, Wei? Think your ass. Shiwei glared, then turned to Zhuo Fan. But the guy walked into the sect with 2 girls. Shouting for 2 laborers, Zhuo Fan pointed at the girls and said, You two, arrange rooms for them. Yes, Steward Zhuo. The 2 bowed. Shi Wuyue was outraged. Zhuo Fan, who said you can bring some foreign girls into the sect? That's against the rules. Just coming and going. Didn't you agree to let him go after all the fighting? Fiend Yang held his shoulder and smiled. Besides, the kid got most of the credit at Double Dragon Gathering. Letting him do whatever before leaving ain't much. Shay Weiwei was now interested and turned to face him. How did it go? Fiend Yang smiled and whispered in Shai Wuyu's ear. Actually, this time we... What? Shay Wuyue was bug-eyed. Say that again. Thank you for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates. Let's meet again in the next video. Until then, enjoy.